Hello students, good morning all of you. I hope you are fine, right? So today we are going to start the chapter number 3, the desert. It's from book An Alien Hand. Okay, so you know about the desert. What is the meaning of desert? Desert is that place which is generally without water and vegetation. Okay, so first of all you have to read more than 2 times this chapter, and I will discuss the summary of this lesson. Okay, so those of us who live in regions covered with forest and surrounded by hills may find it difficult to imagine what a desert is really like. Students, most of people lives in a surrounded by hills or forest with covers with forest areas. Okay, so it is very difficult to imagine what is the desert look like that. Okay, so the desert is a story that revolves deserts. Many people perceive deserts as the land of sand that has the problem of scarcity of animal and water. Okay, so the popular beliefs is that it is an endless stretch of sand where no rain falls and therefore no vegetation grows. Which area that it has no rainfalls and it has no vegetation grows, that is called desert. It is dry. It is totally dry, hot, waterless and without shelter. But this is not entirely correct for those who have studied it. The desert can be a beautiful place. It is the home of a variety of people, animals and plants that have learned to live under very hot and dry conditions. True, the ground is not always hidden by a cover of grass, plants and trees as it is in other climates, but whenever it rains, which is rare, desert flowers bloom and the sight can be as rewarding as that of any tropical garden. A desert is not always a flat, unchanging wasteland of dry sands. It may have mountains and hills. It may have an oasis, big or small. An oasis is like a green island in the middle of a desert where a spring or a well gives plants and trees a better chance to grow. A desert may be hot like the Thar. Thar is also called a desert or cold like Ladakh. Okay, hot desert is Thar and cold is also called Ladakh. But generally speaking, if a place has little or no water and vegetation, people usually call it is a desert. Some deserts are almost totally without water. In such places, strong winds blow raising heaps of sand and depositing them as mounds. These are called sand dunes that shift and move endlessly across the desert. Few plants can survive on such dry, shifting sands. This is the first paragraph of this lesson. Okay, so let's discuss about the chapter. However, deserts are important habitats for many species, right? Our desert is generally without vegetation and water. Moreover, our desert may be too cold or hot, right? I already told you. And oasis seems to be a green island in a desert. Plants and animals of desert can survive on less water, okay, according to the weather, according to the climate. However, many other animals and plants cannot survive in deserts. Deserts hold significant importance in the great plan of nature. They are not useless pieces of land on earth as many people consider them to be. Desert appears beautiful with desert plants also and flowers. Whenever it rains, the sight of the desert can be quite rewarding, which is similar to that of any tropical garden also. Okay, so many people hold the opinion that a desert is nothing more than an endless stretch. So in the next paragraph we have desert also many people hold the opinion. Further, people have this impression of desert that they are dry, thin, waterless, hot and without shelter. So people hold a negative opinion about deserts. In contrast to general opinion, deserts are beautiful places on earth. Okay, so further, deserts are home to a variety of plants and animals also. It is certainly a rare precious site which desert bloom exists as rainfall takes place, and no difference exists between the desert and tropical land. Deserts are filled with hills or mountains, but not necessarily a flat land. An oasis is similar to a green island that one can find in the middle of the desert also. Deserts may consist of green plants and trees also. Such plants and trees certainly provide comfort and shelter also. Furthermore, desert can also consist of springs. All living things need water in order to survive. The few plants and animals that live in desert have developed the ability to require less water. That plants has ability to require less water, then it can develop with that areas. Okay, most plants and animals, the camel, popularly known as the ship of desert, do you know about the camel, right? Can drink a lot of water at one time. Camel is that animal which can drink a lot of water at one time. Camels can do without water for days together, right? The reason is they sweat very little. We sweat because we must keep our body temperature constant. We sweat when it gets hot, and this cools the body. Camels can stand high body temperature. Normally people has a body temperature constant, and the camel can stand high body temperature. They don't need to sweat and can therefore retain the water they drink for long periods of times. And they also not only water, they consume the food also. Okay, the smaller desert animals do not drink water. They burrow underground during the hot day and come out at night to eat. Some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Others eat plants and seeds and get the water the need from plant juices. Desert plants also adapt themselves to the life they lead. Cactus plants store water in their thick stems. You will see the cactus plants. Okay, their root lie close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains. They occasionally fall. The major features of all deserts is of course dryness and variations of temperature. In humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. The absence of this blanket in desert land causes the desert to heat up rapidly during the day and to cool off rapidly at night. Deserts are an important part of nature's great plan. They are there like the dense forest and the deep oceans. Just because they are hot and dry, one should not look upon them as useless part of the earth. So this is a second paragraph of this lesson. Okay, and we have to discuss. Let's discuss about this paragraph. In this paragraph, the writer says that about a ship of desert. So who is the ship of desert? You know, camel. A desert is a hot region, but it also can be a cold region like Ladakh. I already told you. Sometimes very few plants are able to survive on the shifting mounts of deserts. Living things that are desert adapted are able to deal with the scarcity of water. Such animals are able to survive because they require less water. Okay, for survival. And camel is a desert animal that is known as the ship of desert. This animal can survive without water for days. Camels drink plenty of water at one time also. So camels also sweat very little and can bear high body temperature. This is because the bodies of camels are different from our bodies, right? We, unlike camels, have to swim to keep our bodies cool and maintain the appropriate temperature also. So smaller desert animals hide in underground burrows. This allows them to escape the extreme desert temperature. So these animals get water as per their requirement from plants and the moisture of meats also. Desert plants like cactus. Cactus is a desert plants are able to store water also, and thanks to their thick stems. Such plants lack deep roots. Hence, they absorb rainwater because they are close to the surface. Variation of temperature and dryness are distinct features of desert. These are the features of desert. The moisture of the humid climate is missing in the desert due to the lack of this blanket, and desert land heat up rapidly as well as cool off rapidly at night. Okay, desert is certainly a gift of nature to everyone. As such, it is important, is the same as that of other gifts of nature like forest and ocean. Most one must not detest desert, but rather should consider them as a blessing of nature is desert. Okay, so the desert story sends a powerful message about the value of desert. It is not think that desert is a bad thing and desert is a useless. So you know about the value of desert and why they should not be despised. So this is a story all about the desert, and you should always as a beautiful part of a nature. Okay, so this is a all summary of this lesson, and let's discuss, and I will send a PDF for a of a question answers also. Thank you and have a nice day.